So to be back here now, a few days away from the start of it all, it's really nice to see how far the Laver Cup has come, and of course I can't wait to see the arena, to see how it looks like, how the court looks like, because I know there's some special things going on with the event. So it's nice to be back in Prague. I love this city, and can't wait to play here. I hope I can play good tennis. I hope we're going to have a nice sort of a tennis party, if you want, but with the best players in the world being here, being on the team with the likes of Rafa and Thomas. I think it's going to be very special for all of us, but also for myself, and being captained by Bjorn Borg and hopefully winning the inaugural Laver Cup for Team Europe is a big deal for me. So I hope I can play well. My schedule? A few interviews in the coming days, I guess. Obviously practice. I haven't played so much since the US Open. Just been resting and being back in fitness in this last week. So I'm going to go practice this afternoon and every day from here on until Friday, of course, when the matches come around. We have I was on the main square here in Prague back in February. It was when I was here. We're going to have the same thing again on Wednesday, but this time with all the players and Rod Laver himself as well. So I hope a lot of people are going to show up again in the square. So that would be nice. Then of course there's an official dinner, and then really it's about also spending time together as a team and really building the team spirit and making sure we're ready for Friday. Back's okay. It was important to rest for me. I was kind of beat up after the US Open. I was just tired, and many things in my body were hurting. So I'm feeling better now, and I'm happy I was able to rest. No, I mean, look, I'm going to try to make myself available to play as much as possible, but at the end, really, it should be Bjorn Borg's decision. I will give him all the information I have. If I feel like I can be of value, I'll play. If he feels like that somebody else is in a better shape because of practice or because of their feelings, then they should play. But of course I'm really hoping I can play the doubles with Rafa and at least play another singles, and then we'll see which day it's going to be, because it's also quite tactical, I think, by placing the players to play which day. Look, it's a new event, and hopefully this is going to be the start to a great history and a great event for years to come. So it's hard to compare. The Olympic Games has been around for a long time, so has the Davis Cup been. So they're totally different events, really. Davis Cup also is a team sport, but it carries over 4 3-day weekends throughout the year, whereas the Laver Cup is only three days a year, and that's it. And it's really getting together as not just as your nation, but as Europe for us now, or for them as the world. So it's actually quite different in my opinion, and I think people should just tune in to watch it, to see it, and they can make their opinion as well about it. But I'm very excited to be part of the first one, of course.
Do you think
it is very long and hard, and that's why the idea of the Laver Cup was to not make it too hard and long. Like you said, it's only going to be 3 days of tennis. You're not going to be playing every day, most likely. So I think it's going to be actually something that's quite easy for the players, because what's hard for us is if we have to play 5 straight days, or what's hard is if we have to play 4 or 5 straight weeks of tournaments, but playing 1 or 2 days or 3 days maybe, that's something we do in practice every single day. And instead of practicing, we can play the matches here, and it should be much more than exhibition. I know some people mention that word. I don't even like it, because it should not be that case, because we're playing in the honor and the legacy of Rod Laver. Bjorn Borg definitely wants to win. John McEnroe, I know he does not want to lose, even though we're the big favourites. So I really hope that all the players are going to show up here and really want to win. Family won't be here, but my wife will be joining on the weekend. Oh, she could. Yeah, I didn't think of it. Yes, she could. As I was walking in, I was like, of course we have the Czech language here, and I hear it a lot in my household, with my kids and my wife. So it's not quite the same like the Slovak. I know that, but yes, she of course understands everything. I think she even used to practice here a little bit in Slonica years ago. So I think she's very excited to come into Prague as well. Well, I mean, especially with Rafa, of course, but then especially also during the US Open, as we knew who the teams were going to be. Before that, nobody was quite sure yet if they were going to make it because of the ranking, or if they were going to make it because of the schedule. But when the team was clear, more and more players like Isner and Query and others from the world team came up to us and talked about, how we cannot talk to each other anymore, like in a fun, joking way, of course. But now that it's this week, it's going to get more serious, of course. And then on my team, of course, I've been talking a lot with Thomas about it and Rafa, and then the other players in Cilic and Team, not so much because Team came in later. But I think it should be a lot of fun. And Zverev, I haven't spoken to him yet because when he said yes, I barely saw him as he lost early at the US Open. So I'm just really excited that we have such a strong team and we're all going to support each other, which would be very, very a lot of fun. Yeah, it feels like it's 2005 or 6, but just we're 10 years later. It's great. I was very happy for Rafa that he won the US Open. He played another amazing Grand Slam, and for both of us to win two Grand Slams this year was definitely a big surprise. I think some injury maybe have helped us along the way from other players, like maybe we helped them last year by not being in our best shape. But regardless, for us it's a dream season so far, and now we can just finish it off in style by playing well here, Shanghai, Paris, Basel, World Tour finals in London. So I'm very excited, just to see him here, to be able to congratulate him in person. Strange, good feeling, just because I've played him for so long and I've had so many tough matches with him, that it's nice to have him finally on my side of the net, if you like, in doubles, or being able just to support him in a major way. Before, you just watch his matches and you admire his game or his personality, and sometimes you hope I guess he loses, because maybe the match will be easier if he did lose against the other player. But here now, this time, of course, every match he plays I want him to win badly, so it's definitely going to be very different after all these years to be cheering full on for Rafa. I was thinking about the doubles, what teams would be best for us, but as I haven't played that much doubles as of late, I don't know who matches up best. I would love to play with Rafa, of course, and I think I would also match up very well with Thomas, actually. Berdych, I think we would do a good team as well. I'm not quite sure how well Team and Zverev play doubles, to be honest. I think they have all the power and all the tools to play great doubles, and I know they have played together themselves, so it will be interesting to see what Captain Borg's going to do. With Cilic, I've played in the past as well. He's got nice first serve. He's played well in Davis Cup in doubles too, so I think with him we have a great option, especially indoors. And I've played with him before, so I think that would be an option too, but we have to see. There's only 3 doubles, so we have to make sure we put the best team out every time.